So here we are once again, I see. And this was a video requested to me by someone on Discord by the name of D1 Pizza. Thank you so much for the request. This is just really sad and depressing, honestly. The fact that you would go so far and out of your way to misrepresent and go out of your way to attack people. Because, well, as we're gonna get into throughout this video, that's exactly what's been going on here. So for those who don't know, previously I made a melancholic video. Like, it was melancholy in tone. Because, frankly, it actually hurt to see someone I used to look up to fall so low to just playground insults and just attacking people who oppose the ideological agenda, which, again, we'll go into as we go into this video. But, immediately, something needs to be called out right away. This. And this alone speaks volumes. The fact that you have Stan written over my eyes just shows how antagonistic you are being. And frankly, when I did the melancholic video, I wasn't using ad hominems. And the whole point was to not throw ad hominem attacks. Which you and utterly Noah love doing by calling people grifter willy-nilly and throwing it out like confetti, basically. This is a video by Trog, and yes, that's on purpose. Because frankly, I don't care how the name is pronounced. We're beyond that. Since you don't even know the meaning of the word respect. But, going beyond that, he's done a video labeling my message as a call-out video. That's already dishonest right there. Because this wasn't to call out someone, and I don't know what you have going on upstairs, and frankly, I don't care. You called this a rant video, which we'll get into as we go on. Immediately with the video, you have a disclaimer not to harass anybody, which was ignored by, well, you guessed it. I had to block him because he harassed me on Discord. Yeah, I'm serious. Now, unlike you, I'm not about to ascribe motivation, but unlike you, I'm actually willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you mean what you say in this disclaimer, but some bad actor ignored it.
Well, I was not expecting to make a video this soon talking about a similar matter to the last video.
Yeah, join the club, buddy.
I saw a video that was recorded by someone named Deadine Exclusive.
Pardon the nitpick here, but it's executive, not exclusive. But whatever, man.
Recently, he made a video on my friend Ollie Noah. Now, let me make this clear. Despite me and Noah's friendships, I am open for Noah to have any type of criticism. That's how we keep discussion going alive. But it seems like this video was definitely a misguided call-out post, if you will.
That's what I'm talking about right here. It's like a misguided call-out post. A misguided call-out post. I honestly wonder if you truly at least tried to understand the video, but of course not. You cherry pick a lot, and you will proceed to put words in my mouth, which we're going to be getting into later as well. Oh boy, are we going to get into this later.
Because this guy doesn't seem to understand any, the reasons why Noah does the content he does, and I'm kind of getting sick of people kind of, disrespecting my friend and trying to paint him in a different light than what he isn't, at the end of the day.
You mean, kind of like how you do with, the anti-woke kings and queens? You mean those people how you constantly attack them by calling them grifters at the end of the day? And don't lie to us. The reason you're doing that is to attack them. Not attack their viewpoints, but attack them. Because by definition, a grifter is someone who engages in petty or small-scale swindling. What does it mean to swindle? It means to use deception to deprive someone of money or possessions. That is the colloquial definition of the terms, which comes from Oxford. If you're gonna argue definitions, you might as well just argue against Oxford themselves, because that is where the definitions come from. But no, you want to try to redefine the word just so you can justify your attacks against people. And let's not mince words here. By calling them grifters, you are not attacking their viewpoint. You are attacking them in place of their viewpoint, which is a logical fallacy known as an ad hominem attack. Pause if you want to read the logical fallacy for yourself, but here it is. There's a reason this is so frowned upon.
I can't generally tell if this guy is genuinely trying to be sincere or just trying to get underneath Noah's skin because they had a disagreement in his Discord.
Honestly, if you can't even tell if it's a genuine video or not, that speaks volumes as to your judgment. My tone of voice, my music choice in the background, in fact. Which, by the way, the song is Persona 4 Tremelia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Like, I'll have a text alert of what the song is called. But you can't tell if it's being sincere. Really, dude. Really.
And as a mod in his Discord, we had to deal with crazy amounts of people that was just straight up being racist, being transphobic.
Yeah, given how often the term racist and quote-unquote transphobic, also known as pretenders, if we're being honest about the term, but whatever. If someone's genuinely being racist and you're not just using that as an ad hominem attack against someone because you don't like the fact that they're calling out your agenda, then honestly, fuck these people. But then again, people who are genuinely not racist wouldn't go around and constantly say, "Oh, look at me being non-racist. You see how not racist I'm being right now? I'm totally not being a racist." But then proceeds to be the biggest racists on the face of the earth. I don't know where you stand on the problem of racism, but frankly, it goes in multiple directions, from multiple directions. This isn't a right or left problem, but it's a universal problem in and of itself. And if someone is genuinely phobic, going out of your way to destroy someone and attack them, that's only going to embolden them into thinking they're, quote, rational fear, in quotes, isn't so much an irrational fear. Because let's be honest here, you're only going to embolden their worldview, and you're going to get them thinking they're in the right to think that, because they're going to view it as censorship, which is a serious problem. And we're going to get to that can of worms later. Trust me, we're going to get to that can of worms. But come on, dude. If someone is genuinely phobic, maybe help them understand what these people are and who they really are. That is if they're genuinely phobic. But come on, dude. Trying to destroy them over this, that's not going to get anybody on your side.
Being the worst type of people imaginable.
Okay. Another thing there. The worst kind of people imaginable are pedophiles, which take up a lot of the alphabet mafia. Yeah, I'm not kidding. As stated before, God knows how long at this point, I have shown a list of books that are overly sexual in school libraries, mind you. School fucking libraries. Had no business being there at all. Funny how you ignore that! And we're gonna get into that later. Oh my god, are we ever going to get into that? It pisses me off, man. It really does. And if that doesn't piss you off, something is wrong with you.
Also, what upsets me is the fact that he thinks that Noah doesn't understand what the word grifter or woke means and tries to just say, why don't we just call everything a hypocrite then, when...
Okay, remember how I said this guy is putting words in my mouth? This is it, right here. Why do they call everybody a hypocrite? No. I said, word for word, that you might as well call people heretic. Because you've been tossing around that much and that fucking often. You're basically saying heretic. Like, I can show the definition of the word heretic. Funny how that doesn't show up in the video. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Oh my fucking god, man.
And in actuality, only Noah does his research and does tackle people that are labeled as grifters at the end of the day.
Yeah, those who are labeled as grifters, not those who are actually grifters. Freudian slip much?
Also, in the comments that you sent to me is the fact that you really have a problem with Noah's character off of his own videos, despite the fact that he has never once attacked people.
Never attacked people. Huh. Are you sure about that? You sure this is the hill you want to die on?
He has definitely somewhat kind of poked the bear a few times and...
So, he's never attacked people, but he's poked the bear a few times. So, which is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
And I feel like this guy doesn't even watch any of his actual content, because whenever he talks about Noah, he just seems like he only just watched him when he was live streaming and doesn't actually watch the content he produced.
Oh, the irony! You say you feel I don't watch any of his actual content that he puts out, but yet you're oblivious somehow to the fact that he didn't really watch Clownfish TV's video on Elio. You know that neat little red bar that's supposed to be below or in the bottom of the thumbnail that indicates you actually watched the video? Yeah. Guess what? It's not there. And I would know this because I actually watched his video on Elio. And yet, you wanna call people out for not watching his videos? Wow. Now I'm calling you a hypocrite.
Video itself has no flow to it, and it feels like just a genuine rant video rather than someone trying to, help another content creator grow and improve whenever it comes down to making content.
Yep, right there. He said it right there. Rant video. Whatever the fuck that means. So, yeah, for those who clicked out of the video right away as soon as I said that, and then didn't stick around until this point, yeah, right from the horse's mouth. Again, I have no idea what this guy has going on upstairs, and frankly, I don't care.
Also, this entire video was shot on a yellow screen with red text. This entire video just hurts my eyes when I was watching it on my phone.
Okay, this was kind of pointless to bring up, but since you did, I'm just gonna say this. And I've said this in my live streams as well, so if you had paid attention, you would know this. But the only reason I keep the yellow screen around is I don't have anything else to fill in that space. That's literally the only reason why. And I've told people this, and those I have told this to actually recommended some artists to drop a background for me, which I've been considering every now and then. But that's the only reason why the yellow screen is still around. He then goes on to whine about my safeguard against having the situation twisted, in which I say so in a block of text, and then continues to call it rage bait. But at the same time, you yourself admitted that's what he's been doing, poking the bear. It's semantics, but still. And kids are the best judges of parents. until the fact that even dogs in the prequel to 101 Dalmatians speaks volumes as to their journey.
I have no idea what this clown is trying to do. Earlier in the video, he said that he was trying to tie it all back to the Matt Walsh video that Noah talked about.
This is what I mean when I say you go around attacking people who don't agree with you. And this is why I say you are cherry picking. If you had kept the original context, which you didn't do, you cut out the context, I was trying to throw Utterly Noah a bone. And saying I agree with his video on Matt Wash. Matt Wash Drag, as someone recommended I call him. I love the name, but back to the main point. Matt Wash Drag, I said in the video, was acting like a modern day Disney employee. And then I go on talking about the horrendous, and I mean absolutely horrendous movies that Disney has made, trying to make the bad guys out to be the good guys. I do that to keep context and to ram home the point. But the fact that you left out the context of actually agreeing with his video speaks volumes as to how much of a dishonest hack that you are.
And in actuality, I just feel like that he just doesn't understand the type of video that Noah was producing, or understand commentary and like critique videos as a whole. Just because a YouTuber makes a video on you, that doesn't mean that they're attacking you, or that means that they're attacking their viewpoints.
Which is exactly what I say in this video, but at the same time though, there's a difference between commentary, criticism, and outright attacking people you don't like. But we go back to the main point, calling people grifters.
That just means that they are criticizing the video and the production and the points as a whole to try to make a better argument. Most of the people that Noah cover doesn't actually know how to critique media at all, and that's part of the reason why he started the Hunting Grizzly Bear series on his page.
You know what's hilarious? You swear up and down that he doesn't go around attacking people he doesn't like, and yet you constantly double down on him using the term grifter fast and loose.
What's pretty funny about this video is the fact that he has already made other videos on other content creators in the past and went after other content creators themselves, despite the fact of him saying, oh, I don't want anyone to get attacked, I don't want anyone to get harassed,
Once again, your only permanent point that you don't want people to move on from the past and evolve from that. Especially if you keep trudging up past events. What actually happened was, this guy made a threat to someone for PSN. I called him out on it, told him how unacceptable it was to make threats. The only thing I did in that video, which I regret, was yelling at him, screaming at the top of my lungs like, how fucking dare you! Or stuff like that. But I made a follow-up response, responding with shouting. Yeah, like with shouting. Which was uncalled for. Again, that's me admitting I fucked up. I mean, come on. The more you bring someone back to the past, the more you make it impossible for them to move on and learn from the mistake. Oh, wait. For you fuckers, it's one strike, you're out. Jesus Christ, man.
Despite the fact that you did the very same thing that you claim that you hate doing. And maybe you can change, I believe in growth as a person, but you know what, that still doesn't give you the type of shield that, oh, I've changed, so obviously that was just the old me. It's still something that happened in your past regardless, and people are going to inevitably bring that up when you have beef with another content creator. And
being real with you, when someone has a beef and you have to trudge through years into the past to bring up something to use as a cudgel against someone, that's never in good faith, and 9 times out of 10 has nothing to do with the current beef that someone has with someone else. And let's be honest, do you really, truly believe people can change when you're using the past as a cudgel? No, I don't believe that you do.
you claim that you don't want to go after anyone in particular, but yet you hype up a video on Twitter like you're KP or something.
That is a very, very bad comparison, especially due to the fact that, well, I don't know who KP Man is, and neither does a lot of people.
I want to impart words to you from the Lord himself.
I'm sorry, what? You going to actually use the Bible to take down another content creator? Are you for real right now?
And yet, you don't even let anybody hear those words from God. Especially when it comes down to attacking people relentlessly. There's yet another cherry-pick instance. I'll say the words again. Forgive the sinner, but condemn the sin. Those are the words from God that you deliberately left out. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
If you don't agree with what some of these people say, again, that's fine. But use actual argumentation and logic to debunk these people if they are wrong.
Literally right there. If they are wrong. But quite a few of the people you attacked and went after, they were not wrong in debunking Utterly Noah. One of them, by the way, you share in this same video.
So are you saying that in the 3 hours that me, Noah, and Stanley did on his videos talking about his own content, we didn't use logic and actual critical thinking in order to debunk all these people that was coming after him?
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. The very creator I alluded to, Natalie Hunter. I've seen the video, and she actually did a bang-up job debunking Utterly Noah. She just had facts and logical reasoning, especially the way you complained about Red Says Des in the past. Oh, and that video she covered, she even explained how, oh, look over here, you see this thing over here? You agree with me with this thing over here, right? So sure, you must agree with me on this here. When the video in question from Red Says Des was a video talking about the censorship of one particular character. The Lolly character, mind you. Nothing to do with Subaru, nothing to do with Rem, nothing to do with anybody else, just that one character who was censored. Tell me again how that's quote-unquote grifting.
I'll say it once and I'll say it again, this video is very misguided and it feels like that you're not actually a fan of Utterly Noah as you claim you be. Because if you are a fan, you would know his entire mindset of why he started doing this series in the first place, as well as the way he handles these videos. And even in the Discord call we had with each other, you kinda didn't really seem like you even watched his content to begin with.
Need I remind you that he didn't even watch a second of Clownfish TV's video on Paleo before calling them a racist and a grifter?
After this dumpster fire of a video came out, I actually reached out to him because I wanted him and Utterly Noah to talk about all of this, and by the time we actually ended up talking about all of this, he said that I helped him out from spiraling out of control, which I do genuinely thank you, but also please keep this in mind whenever you go and try to make another video like this. Please make sure you have all your facts in a row, because the fact that you had to go and delete this video not even 3 hours after you posted it is saying something. Also, just stick with your Let's Plays, man. Don't worry about what other YouTubers or other people have to say about it on your main YouTube channel, given the fact that you basically are covering Let's Plays at this moment.
Okay, that's pretty much the only true thing that he said throughout his entire video. Like, he did reach out directly to me and talk to me in a respectful manner, which, props, I gotta give you at least some credit for that. But, like, during the Discord call, like, you did actually keep me from spiraling out of control, because I was actually pretty emotional when I did that response. The whole, his behavior, feeling like a stab in the gut, but I still feel that way. I still feel the pain from it. But it's not as bad as it was then. But the pain is still there. So, I will give you that much. But then again, you pumped out this monstrosity. You cherry-picked everything that I said, you put words in my mouth, you distorted the message in its entirety, and you flat out lied about some of the stuff that I said. You shrugged up past events that were long done. You quite often contradicted your message that you believe people can grow in their own mistakes. And honestly, this video was a total fucking headache. This was a headache to sit through in its entirety. And honestly, I can see why I was requested to do this video. And frankly, I typically don't do videos, but I had to make an exception for this one due to the request I got over Discord. All in all, this video was... Okay, I know I said headache before, but it was a massive headache, and let's be honest. I don't see this ever happening, but if you ever try to reach out again and try to call things out, how about no? Because frankly, you've shown to be completely untrustworthy. And you can't show any kind of respect when it comes to topics and people you don't agree